On the last episode of The Road to Enlightenment, we had one hell of a day.
Something on my car is very much on the floor and staying there at the moment.
In fact, the whole journey so far has been epic, and it's all thanks to Auto Tempest, a site that for us took a lot of the effort out of finding our cars. And more importantly, they were brave enough to sponsor this first Throttle House adventure. Since the start, our little 80s hatchbacks Tofu and Schnitz have taken us from Scottsdale, Arizona, all the way through the mountains to Sedona, and then up to Flagstaff, and then to the base of the Grand Canyon, and all the way out of it in the same day, because of a flood warning. And seeing as the rain started to fall hard on the desert overnight and into the morning, we made the right choice escaping the canyon as soon as we could. But the price was that we and our cars had taken an absolute beating. The sort of beating that 5 hours of sleep at a value hotel doesn't fix. So, dark-eyed and scraggly-tailed, we had to fix some things, because we couldn't afford any more delays, mistakes, or hiccups. Nevada, California, and Enlightenment Manifest awaits.
Tofu looks how I feel.
Yeah. These cars went through as much as we did.
I don't know
They complained less.
I don't know how they did it.
Should we attempt to fix some stuff before we go? I have a door that's about to come off, and Tippy is no longer attached to the back.
Well, I was about to say, first things first, most importantly, cosmetics. Let's get Tippy back on there, because only one of these cars needs to have an embarrassing pencil dick exhaust.
I want a tip.
What?
So, we got to work. I tried to fix my barely attached door, which I failed at immediately, and James managed to reattach Tippy. Then we combined forces to try to fix Tofu's broken fan that had been leading to all of its overheating problems. And based on what had happened the previous night, our first suspect was to try to find a blown fuse.
Okay, so this is the fan, the wiring here.
Okay.
Right, those are the fan's fuses. But let's have a look. Yeah, I've got the perfect tool for this, actually.
This stupid knife keeps appearing in my life.
Let me introduce you
to Eagle 1.
Eagle 1. Some pretty good tape.
You're sketching me out right now.
I'm sketching me out.
Oh my God, don't cut toward.
We're gonna
You never cut toward.
It's not even that close to my hand. Okay, this looks good.
That does, damn it.
Damn it. 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2.
Mum, if you're watching, it's a fake knife.
Oh my God, how are you not cutting your finger?
What don't you understand about plot armor, Thomas? God damn it.
That looks perfect.
It's a beautiful looking fuse.
As it turns out, it wasn't the fuses. The fan controller was busted, so we cut out the middleman, and since my car has a kill switch already because of a separate trickle drain, we went with a fan always on solution.
You know what we just did, and neither of us realized it? We just opened this with our fingers. every bolt in this car.
Everything
shaken loose.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, so cutting away from you, I see.
Yes.
Remember, sheer towards you.
You're so
I'm gonna
helpful.
take the knife away.
All right, it's not a good connection, but kill switch on.
Here we go.
Hey!
It's working!
Woo! We finished up the wiring, zip-tied what must be zip-tied, and we were on the road.
And we're off. And my car is staying cool. Even when idle, it stays cool now. I have a working fan. What a triumph. It only took 3 days to realize that we should have done something about that. It's weird, you'd have thought after a few days of mountains and views, you'd get fed up with it. But every time you turn a corner and see it laid out in just a slightly different way, it's still absolutely wonderful.
Wonderful it was, except we still needed a plan. You see, our path to enlightenment needed a final destination. So to get our brains working, we needed to go to a place of great intellect, science, progress, sober thinking, and objective truths. So to figure out the perfect finish line for our trip, clearly the only choice was to stop in Las Vegas. So we drove for hours through beautiful mountains and deserts towards Nevada. And on the way, there were a few minor sights to see.
Look at the river to the left.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Holy sh**. The sun has come out and I have an incredible view into the valley. Look at that. I know this is a really dumb and obvious thing to say, but you don't realize how big the Earth is until you try and drive across distances of it. I think the Hoover Dam is right over that concrete barrier there. It's really nice of them to put that so I can't say, hey, we're in Nevada. Woo!
Nevada, we've made it!
It turns out the Hoover Dam, despite being a technical and engineering marvel that provides water to millions of people and is a significant part of American history, is quite hard to enjoy when you drive on top of it because you can't see it. But the pedestrians around us looked very impressed.
Well, that was a cool little detour. Time for Vegas, baby!
We took our time heading into Las Vegas, and since the morning's car repairs had taken so long, by the time we got to the city, the sun had set.
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Tofu and Schnitz! We're crushing it! We've made it to Vegas! Through ice and snow and fire. There was no fire. And off-roading. We have come here to the land of bad decisions and debauchery, and apparently Carrot Top.
What does Carrot Top even do?
You hate Vegas, don't you?
I hate Vegas.
Soon enough, Tofu and Schnitz were right smack dab in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip.
Ah, the Las Vegas Strip. Never has a place so trashy masqueraded as one so classy. Why actually go to Italy or Egypt when you can do it here in Nevada?
It's completely false grandeur, but I somehow still like it. We're here, Vegas! Oh, okay, alright.
It's an ad for the new Demon on the screen up there, the Demon 170.
It's so bright, it might as well be daylight right now. What? That's just an assault on the eyes. No one's asking for that.
If you do ever come here, avoid the casinos because they're just filled with old people plunking their 401k into slot machines. But there's lots of really good shows to see, and there's lots of really good food. So once you get past the kind of vapid cesspool junk that is the flashing lights of the Strip, there are some nice things to do here.
Tofu and Schnitz, we're going on tour. We haven't developed a theme tune yet, but we're going to for sure. It's going to be good, better than this. This is just a tribute. No, that's alright, that's Tenacious D did that. Look at the quality of these ads. Like 4K billboards. Don't know much about Vegas. Only been a couple of times. But every time I'm drawn to the Bellagio fountain. I think it's so cool. And all the Oceans guys rob it, so double whammy.
Eventually, we had had enough of the Strip, and Thomas had really had enough of the Strip. So it was time for our favorite place to eat in Vegas. And no, it wasn't Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. I'm talking tacos. And we headed there with haste. Well, at least one of us did.
But it just feels so rich, which is good because it was expensive. That is what it's all about. Is it sacrilegious to drive tofu to get tacos? Because if it is, I don't want to be right. Thomas, am I crazy, or do you feel better every meter you leave Vegas?
Never happier.
Like, I don't feel good there.
No.
Did you feel enlightened?
No, if anything, I feel enheavied.
Yeah. So let's get out of here. Tomorrow, let's hit the road.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Mm-hmm. Why don't we go south to Joshua Tree?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like apparently one of the most spiritual places in America. Makes sense.
Yeah. Every time someone talks about Joshua Tree, they go eat mushrooms and find yourself in Joshua Tree.
Eat mushrooms and find yourself. That's pretty straightforward, right? Do that.
I'm in.
Okay.
After feeling rejuvenated from the tacos and content with the decision made about where we would finish our journey, I was feeling like maybe my perspective on the neon capital of America had shifted. It was time to take advantage of the best that Sin City had to offer. The world was at our fingertips. We were ready to take on Las Vegas. Anyway, the next morning, we hit the road.
I'm leaving Las Vegas. I'm leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, the sun's out. Bye, Vegas.
For the first time in a long time, I was excited to get in a car in the morning. I know that sounds silly, I drive a lot of cool cars, but there's something about this car and what I've already done with it that just, I was like, oh, all right, here we go, another day. And I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it's really growing on me very quickly.
After only a short while, we came across something on the highway that we didn't expect to see on this continent.
Is that a Ford Mondeo? James, are those Ford Mondeos?
What is that? What has just pulled in front of me? A Ford Mondeo with a whole new body with a Michigan plate. What are you up to for? I thought you'd given up on cars.
There's 5 of them.
There's 3 more behind us.
They look aggressive. They look a bit Genesis-y from the front.
That is very cool.
It's their unlucky day because we got cameras here, 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 and here. We got you, Ford.
Is that Japanese writing on the back?
Thomas, look at the writing on the side of my car.
You're asking the wrong person.
We continued our journey south, passing colourful mountains, both natural and artificial, and eventually spotted something in the distance that might lend itself to a bit of friendly competition.
Oh, look at that lake bed. That's cool.
James, is that a dry lake bed?
It's not a wet lake bed. There's a wet lake bed, it's just a lake.
Yes, very good. Why is there an ambulance in the middle of the desert by itself?
Great cover for a meth lab. I love the balance of this car. Love it.
James, normally I'd be cringing right now, but what we just did in the last couple days, this is nothing.
My Corolla could do this. Wait a minute.
And it has.
Wow-wee.
Hey, stop here for a second. I want to, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm literally on a dry lake bed.
Oh.
Ooh, oh, it's windy.
That is windy.
This
Oh,
is
it's
really
liberating.
Cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
What's going on here?
What's that?
Picked up a wood chip. Oh, maybe that's the answer.
This is Chippy.
Maybe that's the
You
answer.
have Tippy, I have Chippy.
That's how much a wood chip could wood chip if a wood chip. No, that's wrong, isn't it?
No, it's how much chip could a GTI chuck if a woodchuck could GTI.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I nailed that.
Right. So what's the plan?
I have an idea, James.
Yeah.
I've noticed something.
Go on.
On the highway,
Yeah.
my legendary punchy mid-range torque of my
I can see where
GTI
this is
engine
going. I can see. I don't like it.
has been quite pungent compared to your
Do
top
you mean
end.
potent?
Pungent?
Pungent's smelly.
It has been a bit smelly as well, actually, now that I think about it. But no, I do mean potent. So with my lucky chip, I will have you a drag race right there.
Dry lake bed drag race.
Dry like bed drag race.
Mine has been feeling slow, but I still think I got you.
Let's find out. All right, James, are you ready?
I'm genuinely nervous for two reasons. One, I've never raced on a lake bed, and two, I don't know how obvious my win will be.
I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, here we go.
Ready?
I don't even know where my red line is.
3, 2,
1, go!
torque, baby.
No traction.
A little GTI. Oh, here he comes.
There's the traction. Oh, I'm gaining on him.
Here he comes. Oh no, no. Woo!
Oh, yes.
Racing on a dry lake bed with tofu and schnitz. Doesn't get any better than that.
Destroyed. Destroyed.
That was cool.
Again, struggle to roll it down.
Normally we just put the windows down.
We've never had to roll down the windows before. I was struggling for traction there,
I saw that.
but once I got it,
Schnitz just punched off the line like a little rabbit, you might say.
yeah, but I toe f***ed you up, mate.
That was fun.
Do you want to try a roller?
You're just gonna embarrass me.
I deserve the chance to embarrass you.
You mean for spending $46,000 on a car? Okay, yeah,
48.
let's give it a go.
48.
48. Good. Good.
I was overconfident there. I thought I'd have more traction than that. I don't know why. Let's take away his traction advantage. Thomas, here's the problem I have with the roll race.
Okay.
Normally in a roll race,
Yeah.
we get to a certain speed and match it.
Yes.
My speedometer is very off.
All right, I got it. I got you.
All right, I'm going to match you.
I got you.
Okay,
Okay. All right, you ready? Here we go.
I'm ready.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put myself in the optimum power band.
All right. I'm going to be in second gear. I don't know if that's the right move.
3, 2,
1.
go! That's mid-range torque right there, baby.
And I'm into the curb.
And yeah, Somebody's having fun. All right, so for 30 more grand, you're a little bit faster in the top end.
There's so much more to it than that.
Is there?
Do you have comfy seats?
Very much.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I think we should set up a little course.
All right, let's mark out a course or something.
All right.
Okay.
Little time trial.
All right. All right.
While Thomas set up an autocross course, which I think can be more accurately described as a rallycross course given the lake bed, I became a laser of focus, knowing that my competition, Schnitz, was made for this sort of stuff.
Okay, well, James does a pee in the middle of the desert. I have set up an autocross course. And here's the thing. Don't tell him, but I designed it around the Rabbit GTI. This is the GTI's speciality. This is where it's at home. Tight little turns, use that weight, use the small wheelbase, and just kind of like zip around the tires, right? That's a really good car for bigger, longer drifts, right? This thing is gonna dominate this course. So basically I've cheated, is what I'm saying. I designed the course for my car. He's got way more power, so that's all I've got.
This is deeply unfair, actually, because it's in his favor. He's got that mid-range torque. I'm gonna probably have to stay in first gear the whole time. I'm just making excuses at this point. Really, we're measuring who's having the most fun, right? So that's what's important here.
All right, Rabbit, come on, here we go. It's all about the handbrake.
Oh,
Downshift back into first, handbrake in. Turn. No, I didn't lock on. The steering ratio is so slow. Turn. Come on. Ah! Woo!
and across. 29.77.
Okay. Steering ratio is so slow, I'm tired.
Comes to 29.77.
All right, 29.77. I'm feeling good about that. I don't know how fast your steering ratio is, but not really. I've like 14 turns lock to lock in this thing.
Yeah, I got a pretty slow steering ratio.
Okay, here we go. Whenever you're ready.
Here we go.
Off he goes.
That wasn't great. Oh, that was fun. That was intense.
Wow, James, that was
Really fast.
Why do I not like your tone?
What was my time again?
29.77.
You know, I remembered it. I just wanted to hear you say it out loud.
What did I get? 31.55. That's not far off.
That's in autocross world. That's a year.
You set up the course. It's like wired into your brain.
Yeah, I know. I designed it around the Rabbit for sure.
I thought so.
Yeah,
It's fun though.
it is very fun, isn't it?
One more go each.
Okay, here we go. Round two.
29.2. Shaved off half a second. You shaved off half a second, Thomas. Nice one. You're 29.27.
Okay, at least I'm consistent. I'm getting tired. Holy, this like going from like the third to the fourth corner is like full lock to full lock. This is like 8 turns in the steering wheel.
Here we go. Oh, he's missed it. He's done a bad job. He's done a bad job.
What happened?
Like, I don't know. It's like, it was like a bird of prey, and then there was a guy digging a hole, and there was a yellow spotted lizard, and I don't know.
You screwed up the first corner, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I did, really badly.
All right, because I'm such a nice guy, I'll let you go again. Whenever you're ready.
Here we go, here we go.
Stop. Ooh. James, I got bad news. That was slower.
It's beating me up.
It's being Stop me.
It is weirdly tiring, isn't it?
Oh my God.
It's awesome. Well, wait a second. What do you have power steering?
Yeah, but I don't have power of mind.
Okay.
It's an unfair course.
What?
It's an unfair course.
It is a perfect course that listen, it's 1-1. Tofu 1-1, Schnitz 1-1, it's fair.
Okay, okay.
Can we continue our journey of enlightenment?
Yeah, I just need a minute.
After 1 win each for Tofu and Schnitz, we grabbed a snack and hit the road.
Wrote a little message on the front of James's car.
All right. That was fun. Although I'm a little bit dirty, I can't really see. A little bit. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of dirt. And one of the boys has written something on here. Fast? Fost? See Fost. Fost, what does Fost mean? It doesn't mean anything. Wash that off. Okay, can't reach it. All right, I'm Fost for a bit. This is all dirty too. Ah, it's gross. Okay.
That was fun. Onward to Joshua Tree.
Tofu is ready to go to Joshua Tree. What a great car this is. Everything we throw at it, the off-road, the on-road, the course, there's so much experience in this engine. You have to stay so high in the revs. It really is a Honda S20000. This is foot to the floor, 3rd gear. It's madness! It's madness!
With civilization behind us, it was now a straight shot to Joshua Tree. The only thing that stood between us and our destination? Well, the entire Mojave Desert.
Look at that. Look at that.
I can feel the enlightenment happening already. I love the desert. How can you not? Joshua trees. I see Joshua trees. We are heading the right direction.
So somehow the landscape has got even weirder. It's the journey that just keeps on giving. A million alien trees and the mountains from Mars, all in one place.
With hours of driving through the stunning Mojave Desert, we both had plenty of time to ponder what the real differences are between modern cars and these lightweight little boxes of fun we've been driving.
Thomas, what do you miss? We've done almost 1,000 miles in these 80s lightweight cars. What are you actually missing that a modern car has?
I mean, other than a radio, which was an option in this car, I think I might have actually had the option ticked, but it's been deleted. Now that I'm kind of used to the road noise, literally nothing.
Yeah, I think cabin isolation's a big one. And then I kind of miss cruise control. I don't need adaptive cruise, but just cruise control. And possibly, if this was the summer, air conditioning.
Yeah, thankfully it's not that hot. But to be fair, cruise control would be nice. My right foot is in a permanent hook forever, holding this many revs. But other than that, you're right. There's a couple things, but when it comes to the seat and the steering and the visibility and the comfort and everything, I'm fine. I mean, I'm tired as hell, but I'm fine.
Yeah, but that's because you were up all night after those tacos.
It's worth it. It's always worth it.
Before long, we found ourselves seeking out one of the most beautiful parts of any desert: sand dunes. Unfortunately, as seems to be a trend on this trip, the road to get to them was less than romantic.
Hey, James!
Yeah,
I don't like this very much.
you gotta make sacrifices if you want to win over Jasmine and get to the Cave of Wonders.
Oh my God. Oh. Oh, now there's a sign for a rough road. Okay.
You know.
Oh. James, I've discovered that if you go quicker, it's smoother.
Ah, the Baja way. Oh.
More or less.
Oh. You know, Thomas, instead of saying, oh, that was a big hit, say slow down first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's taken a bit of a beating, isn't it?
Yeah, that felt really unfair to it. Yeah. And I haven't got the skid plate anymore. Well, I do, it's in the back.
Very, very, very lucky it's not an aluminum oil.
Oh, it
pan.
says fart, okay.
Very
clever.
What do you think it said?
Fost? I can only see the top half.
You've been driving around for like 60 miles with
like,
fart
what's
on the front of your
Fost?
car, you didn't even notice?
Fart is so innocent, so Canadian.
So this is incredible.
Yeah, I think I figured out why Americans just don't have passports. Or why a lot of Americans don't have passports. It's because the whole world exists in the borders of America.
Well, like so far, we're not even at the end of our trip and we've seen like 8 different types of mountains. We've seen plains, we've seen valleys, we've seen snow, we've seen rain, sleet, dust, like name it.
It really is, I think, the most amount of environment I've seen in this frame. Although, to be fair, there are dunes in Michigan as well. I don't want to take away from California,
true.
but yeah.
But this is, okay, so I just want to say, 16 grand.
I can't believe it.
This car has been through the ringer. Not that yours hasn't, obviously, but like I honestly expected this to be, everything's original on it. It's got 200 and something thousand kilometers on it.
Well, I've looked, had a little search, on,
Okay.
on Auto Tempest,
Okay.
who are also continuing to support our road trip. So thank you very much, Auto Tempest. Definitely at the end of this, please don't go look at how much 86s actually cost, because you won't get one like this. All right, but
You mean one with a dented oil pan?
I'm gonna fix that. Okay, so 16 grand. Here's what we get.
Yeah.
I did between 14 and 16 US.
Okay.
I think that's market price. Okay, you get Scion FRS.
That's an FRS,
Which is what,
okay.
you know, with 119,000 miles. It's
So
actually
similar.
not a small amount of miles.
No.
You can get an Alpha Spider like yours.
Yeah, it's an 87. Okay.
What's yours?
Series 3. Mine's a Series 2.
Okay.
Yeah. About that price though.
I do like that it shows you just these like key things.
Yeah. It's literally just like the things you want to know: price, mileage, location, just the basics, right? I like that.
E60 M5.
E60 M5. That is
It's a
cool.
V10.
That would have broken down by now. I can guarantee it would have.
What about a Cayenne?
Why would I want a Cayenne?
It's manual.
Oh, did you filter
yeah,
by
I
manual?
filtered by manual.
And that's a Cayenne. Okay. Yeah.
For 15 grand.
Okay, so you can get some
Oh,
cool.
Datsun.
Oh, wait a second. A Datsun 240. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That would be one of the only other cars I think that I would consider driving over this. Just based on like the vibe I have in my head of what I want right now. This I love. The 80s-ness of all of this. This journey has been incredible.
Don't you hit Tofu? It's gentle.
Sorry, Tofu.
Been through enough.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
The final leg begins.
After an annoying amount more off-roading, the final chapter of our journey commenced, and soon, we turned onto a familiar road.
James, I think we found ourselves back on Route 66.
We've come full circle. We open at the close. It was meant to be, and all the other prophetical things.
James, screw it. I'm opening my sunroof. I don't care if it ever closes again.
You are a very, very brave man, and I am not going to do the same. I'm not going near that sunroof. It's something I haven't tested, and I don't want to know.
Woo! It's so worth it. Do it. Do it.
You're a madman. My rule with my sunroof is don't touch it.
Oh my god, it's so good. Open it! Open your sunroof! Do it!
My sunroof button doesn't really do much. It's like, there's no resistance. It doesn't open it. It doesn't, yeah, nothing.
That was very anticlimactic. All right, I'm gonna try and close it now. Shit. Oh no.
My sunroof won't close.
What, no one told you to mess with it. You're playing with fire, which is the one element we haven't experienced this trip yet, and now you've introduced it.
Oh! I got my sunroof closed. Woohoo!
We ploughed on and ate up miles and miles more of the desert road, and minus some egregious attacks from the sun, the pure simplicity and calm of the final stretch to Joshua Tree gave me some time to reflect.
It's just amazing, that. It's amazing. I've had a lot of time in the car this trip, a lot of time with just my thoughts. Interrupted though they may be by the sound of this car. But it's just given me a minute to kind of reflect, and I feel like since the pandemic and everything, there's been very few moments to do that, or like it still kind of feels like we're coming out of it in some ways. I can't get over how far we've come. We now have the most amazing team, and now we're here, and there's such a loveliness to it all. And the desert's so good for that as a backdrop, because it's so bare, it's so beautiful in its bareness that it strips everything away. And I just feel so grateful. And I know it doesn't mean it's all happened so organically. It stems from the top You know, Thomas is the loveliest bloke. I'll never tell him that, but... And I think that spreads and it extends, and you know, Karston was our first hire, and then you got the others as well. I mean, just such a great group. And I think that's where cars are so great as well, because yes, it's a common denominator. I'm sorry about this. Obviously very tired. That was what brought us together, but obviously there's just a shared understanding and a respect. If it means you can find in this huge world and in the darkness just 5 or 6 great people to hang out with and spend time with, then that's everything. But this has just been so amazing. And Thomas had to break my arm to do this, because in terms of logistics, these are impossible to put together. There is no big production team, there is no scouting crew. We're literally making it up as we go. And I can't believe the last few days. I just can't believe it. So yeah, add gratitude to the pile of enlightenment. And you can put yourselves on that list as well, all you lot watching this. Because without you, it genuinely wouldn't be possible. So whether you've watched us from the beginning, or you're recently subscribed, or you just watched the sofa chats on Extra Throttle House, it kind of feels like that's all culminated in this. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But so, yeah, I mean, you're a bunch of enablers. But thank you.
Tofu and Schnitz covered the last stunning stretch of desert with the same poise and eagerness they'd shown since the start. And soon enough, assuming it wasn't just a mirage, we saw the sign that we'd been waiting to see ever since tacos.
James, we made it.
Joshua Tree National Park.
The further we drove south, the more incredible our surroundings became. It was like driving through an oil painting of alien geology. As we climbed up in elevation, we were surrounded by Joshua trees that split the rays of the setting sun on what was the final moments of our journey to enlightenment.
Just made it in time. 1,000 miles in these.
I genuinely can't believe we've done this.
I was horrified. I was losing sleep knowing how harsh this was going to be, and knowing the modifications and the 1,000 miles we had to cover.
When we originally planned this, I thought to myself, I'm like, you know, it was a pretty ambitious plan. I didn't think we were going to make it.
No, I
genuinely didn't.
I was upset with you. I said, first road trip, let's do something just like
something easy.
Cut our teeth on something, and new cars, maybe Alberta. Oh, we've seen every environment.
We've seen every type of weather. We've seen every type of rock I think I've seen.
Every type of rock.
Now every type of tree.
It is. This place is equal parts prehistoric and alien.
Absolutely, yes. It is like a prehistoric alien planet. That is
I
what it
need a
feels like.
Joshua Tree bonsai tree in my house now.
Officially, yes, I will need one.
Tofu and schnitz.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like for years now, we've been going on and on and on about cars being too fat, getting heavier and heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
I feel like we're justified in our complaints.
I think they could do with an extra 500 pounds. Sound deadening
Little
and
bit of sound
safety.
deadening, yeah, no,
like
fair
it makes
enough.
me appreciate things like the Civic Si,
Yeah.
which is under 3,000 pounds, or even
Or the spiritual successor to this.
exactly, which is
Right?
what 2,800-ish.
Yeah.
And the GTI, which is only just over 3,000 pounds. Like there are cars doing it,
They do exist.
and then there's the big ones that
There's the big fatties.
You got the hybrids, the plug-in hybrids, the EVs. You know, the XM's 6,000 pounds, the Hummer EV's 9,000 pounds.
You just don't need it. You just don't need it.
I've loved every moment with this car. Round town, in the canyons.
I know it is.
That's not true. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
The off-road was really,
That was really brutal.
really quite nasty, actually, and brutal to the car. It was like I spent the whole time feeling sorry for the car, and
Yeah.
just
But I felt sorry. That's the exact.
bang.
I have felt sorry for the car the whole time, but I feel like the car's attitude has the spirit of this car has just been, stop worrying. I got this. It's okay. And it just kept on going the whole time.
I don't know if I can part with this just yet. I know we need to recoup the funds.
Yeah, we need to
And
sell-
you know, big thank you to Auto Tempest for even making this all possible. But
Genuinely.
we still need to recoup the
we
funds.
will still need to recoup the funds.
But maybe we give it a season in Toronto. Maybe Toronto needs to enjoy this car for a bit.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to sell schnitz.
Well, it's not as required because of the
Because
you stole it for 16 grand.
Wonderful value.
Oh, what a few days.
Do you feel enlightened?
I feel chilly.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I think that was quite profound. Those few days. So we left Scottsdale 4 days ago.
4 days ago.
Feels like 4 years.
I think I need a nap.
I need 7 naps.
And an Advil.
So there we have it. The first Throttle House adventure comes to a close. No adventure goes perfectly, but experiencing what felt like everything in these two 80s hatchbacks in just 4 days gets about as close to perfect as we could have ever hoped for. Without Autotempest.com, this video series simply would not have come to be. From searching for our cars to their constant support, which enabled us to reach the finish line, our gratitude for their involvement knows no bounds. So make sure you check out Autotempest.com when searching for your next vehicle. And of course, our amazing team. They stuck with us the whole way in our endlessly reliable and wonderfully capable Honda Passport and Toyota Tundra support vehicles generously provided by Honda and Toyota. The crew, whose limits we thought we'd already found, somehow dug deeper and worked tirelessly with us to create these 3 films. They are a dream team. And equally heroic were the stars of this story. The cars, Tofu and Schnitz. They went through hell and back with nothing but a positive attitude and a lust for adventure. And after completing this journey, we can confidently say that while they may differ in character, they have the exact same spirit. Thanks for watching.
I don't see the point in this. I hate mushrooms as well.
It's not. Nothing's happening.
The guy at the counter said they were the best.
Maybe they're supposed to be shiitakes.